Well, welcome everybody. And here we are at our 2021 Ontario Network of CAPC and CPNP projects, second online conference. And this session is a zone chair panel discussion. And I'm pleased to have with me on screen here our zone chair volunteers who dedicate their time to really supporting I think what's the heart of what this network is all about, and that's holding space to come together in our 5 zones across Ontario. For anybody who isn't aware, and I think most of us here are, but we have 5 zones in Ontario. There's the Northwest, Northeast, Central, Eastern and Southwest zones. So the folks you're seeing before you, and I will give them a chance to introduce themselves in just a moment, are the people who organize, host, and hold space in those gatherings. So what I want to do before we get to meet these fabulous people is I'm going to be sharing a link in the chat that is a table full of fun and interesting facts about each of these folks that they've provided to me. Their names aren't attached, so they are just indicated by A, B, C, D. And what we ask you to do, in fact, I'll just put that in the chat right now. And make sure everybody can have access to it. One moment here. Okay, so I've put a link in the chat, and please feel free to click on that, and hopefully the tech gremlins work for me and you've come up, you see a table that shows you some facts about these folks, but without their names attached. Could somebody give me a thumbs up if that is indeed the case? Thanks, Yvette. So what we invite you to do, if you wish, is to, you know, as you get to meet these women and hear about the work that they're doing, think about which of these fun facts you think might be associated with which person. And a little later on, we'll give you a chance to share your guesses and maybe win a prize. So with that out of the way, we do have a couple of polls that we wanted to share. And the first one is a simple question of which zone are you in? We thought it would be interesting just to get a bit of a snapshot of you know, what percentage of folks are here from what zone. So if you could please take a moment. I see you're voting in the poll. That's awesome. We'll just keep it open another couple of seconds, and then we'll share the results. Okay, got one more chance here. If you haven't already, okay, I'll close the poll now. And there we go. So hopefully you're all seeing those results. Northeast is coming in at number 1. Woo, Northeast, 23%. 20% of folks from Northwest, 17 Central, 22 Eastern, and 18% from Southwest. So thanks for that. It's great to have all of you here. And then one last question we wanted to ask before we meet these folks is, how often do you attend zone meetings? So here's some options here for you, and we just be curious where you're at in terms of your participation in zone meetings. So I can see people are voting. That's awesome. Keep it open another couple of seconds here. Let us know. Do you get to most of them? Are you able to attend regularly? Do you get there now and then, rarely, or have you not attended? Okay, I think we're close to having everybody voting. Thanks so much. And this is really great to see that 34% of those of you who are here get to most of our zone meetings, which is awesome. 9% are able to attend regularly, 16% get there now and then, 15% rarely, and then 26% folks haven't attended yet. So, oh, did I not share those? Sorry. There, now you can see what I'm going on about. Great. Thanks, everybody. That's really interesting and helpful. So part of our what our goal in bringing these folks together is to hopefully create some awareness about our zone gatherings and some interest, and maybe help support, increase those attendance. So that's enough of me going on and on. Let's meet these folks. And I think I will start with Yvette Navaktal Drew. She is chair in the Central Zone. Hey, Yvette.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing today?
I am excellent. So I am strong, smart, and bold.
Awesome. Awesome.
Anyway, I just wanted to welcome everybody. It's an honor to take part in the panel with some amazing women, and being part of the Central Zone. I really love the sharing of knowledge, information, and the work that we do in our projects, and leverage and learn from one another. So I am the Central Zone chair. I am also the sponsor for our CPNP project, and the lead agency executive director of Girls Incorporated. So hello.
Awesome. Yvette, how long have you taken on that role?
So I've been the executive director with Girls Inc. for 16 years and the sponsor of our local project for that time. Before that, I was the coordinator of our project for the last 5 years, and the sponsor at that time was the YWCA.
Awesome. And how about the zone chair role? How long have you been doing that for your region? Oh, sorry, you muted, and then I asked you another question. You can't unmute? Oh, right, I have got that setting. There you go. Sorry about that. Oh, it's taking a moment. Sorry. You should be able to unmute.
Yeah, I did not have the power.
I had taken that away. I get drunk with the power here.
Get away for the hook, the muzzle. Sorry, what was the question?
Just how long have you been chairing the zone?
Yeah, so I believe it's been 2 years, but I have had the role probably on and off, maybe another 7 or 8 years. So yeah, so I'm back again.
Wonderful. Thanks, Yvette. Lori. Are you able to unmute, Lori? Or have I? There you go.
Yes, I am. Yeah, power. I didn't even know it. So I'm Lori Wilson, and I've been a co-chair with the Southwest Zone for about 2.5 months now. I just recently stepped forward to join Ellen, just in a little bit of support when things are virtual. It is kind of nice to have a sidekick backup plan in case you lose your connection or whatever, and just nice to have someone alongside you, I think. I'm a registered nurse, and I've been working in CAPC and CPNP programs in the Grey and Bruce counties area since 2007. The CAPC program I work in is called Cradle Link. It's a home visiting program. And the CPNP program, we call it Healthy Beginnings in our area. And I have represented the Southwest Zone on the coordinate committee one time in the past. I think my stint was a year and a half or 2 years, I think maybe 2 years. And I've tried to make it a priority to attend zone meetings through the years. What I've found most interesting and helpful to me is learning about the other projects. I was fortunate enough to go on a job shadowing years ago, and I was really struck with how different our programs, our projects look, even though, you know, we're dealing with the same funding and similar goals in our communities, just how different and creative different projects are. So the networking has always been really helpful to me. And I think thinking about the past year with the pandemic, I love rules. And so I just love it when everything fits into my nice little box. And of course, that has not been possible for the last year. So it's been really helpful to me to be part of the zone meetings, to really stretch myself outside my box and hear what creative things other projects are doing, just to help open my mind to other possibilities, learn about new technology and that sort of thing. So that's why I attend.
Wonderful. Thanks. Thanks so much, Lori. Yvette Jones. Oh, here, do you want me to, you need to unmute. There, good.
There. I'm always anxious to meet the other Yvette, so now I get to meet the other Yvette.
Yeah, both the Yvettes are here.
That worked out really well. I'm Healthy Generations Facilitator, and I work with children and families with FASD, and I'm located in Silicon, which is Northwest Ontario, almost as far north as you can go, unless you start going in an airplane. I've been at this position, or I've been, I guess, with the CAPC for 3 years, and I've been in this position for 4 years. And I've been in Silicon for 5, and I came from Toronto. So that's a culture shock for you to come from Toronto and go to Silicon where things are closed every weekend. I'm going, what do you mean it's closed every weekend? But anyway, I love this job. It's like a hobby for me. And I enjoy reaching out to all those in our zone because it's so easy for you to feel isolated and feel like you're the only one working. So I like to bring life to our zone and send out we're thinking of you, especially during COVID. And one of the biggest advantages, I think, in being part of our zone is learning about different ways that people have been able to reach out during COVID. And that's been a big thing for me, trying to reach out to my families whom I haven't seen now for 1 year, but coming up with innovative ways to program. And when we have our meetings and people start describing how they are being creative in doing the same job, not necessarily with FASD, but in reaching out to support families, it's inspiring. So that's why I keep going on with this and loving it.
Thank you so much, Yvette. Thank you for joining us. Rachel, Northeast Zone.
Hi. So yeah, my name is Rachel Pelletier and I'm with the Northeast Zone. So I'm the program coordinator for the prevention program with NeoFax based out of Timmins. And the programs I supervise are Brighter Futures, CAPC, CPNP, and Early On Child and Family Center. So to give you an idea of the catchment area that NeoFax covers, it's from Hearst all the way to Latchford. So it covers the region of Cochrane District and Timiskaming. So I've been in this position for, I think I'm on my 11th year. So I'm a member of the Northeast Zone since the beginning of this position, so 11 years, but I've been chairing the Northeast Zone with the help of Debbie Lovelace for almost 2 years. I think it's going to be 2 years in October. So I just wanted to mention here, since we're all together, that there is a vacancy at the Northeast Zone. So if anybody is interested, just email Sydney or myself or Debbie Lovelace. And yeah, Just know
Awesome.
that we're recruiting. And so to talk about a little bit about the Northeast Zone, it's comprised of frontline staff, coordinators, supervisors, and managers. So it's a nice blend of all positions. We meet every month, and in our meetings, we have rich discussions on each of our programs. We exchange ideas, resources, and support to each other. We have the opportunity to hear from Public Health Agents of Canada.
Mhm.
And really, it's a great outlet to keep up to date with trends, issues, and successes in our region.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So also, I wanted to let you know a little bit of my journey with being part of the Northeast Zone. So at the beginning, we were just getting together through teleconference, so that was very challenging and a little bit more intimidating for me because it was difficult to just chime in at times to speak up.
Mhm.
But then, you know, things progressed and technology became, you know, better and better. And then, so we're starting to meet through Zoom. So now we have a face to a name and we can interact much easier with more facility.
Mhm.
So with that said, being part of being chair for the Northeast Zone was kind of like getting out of my comfort zone. And I feel like with everybody's support, everything goes well, right? So I encourage anybody to just jump on and just trust that everything will work out. Did I want to say anything else? And oh yeah, so the one more thing, there's approximately about, I think we're about 30 members in the Northeast Zone, but we have about 12 members per call.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks,
Mhm.
Rachel. Ellen. Hello, Ellen.
Can you hear me? All
I can hear
right.
you, Ellen. Yes.
I am Ellen Bachtold, and I'm Lori Wilson's sidekick in the Southwest Zone. We run it together now. I am a registered dietitian and one of the coordinators of the Building Blocks for Better Babies CPNP program in the Windsor, Essex area. I've been doing this job since day one, almost, give or take a little bit, helped to write the initial grant proposal for this position, this program, and then ended up working with the program rather than being with the health unit. And so in my past 25 years with CPNP, I've been on the coordinating committee twice. I chaired the staff shadowing committee. I've gone to Halifax to learn about mother's mental health. And I have been the Southwest Zone chair now for 5 straight years. Prior to that, Southwest, we tried to do rotating chair and rotating secretary. That didn't give us much continuity. So I think that it's been much better having kind of a consistent role with this. Jerry Catherwood held us together for a long time, and then I took over from her. So the Southwest Zone, you know, I do this as a volunteer position, but it has really been a lifeline this past year. I think it's really, we've all realized how important we are to each other. Until the pandemic hit, we appreciated each other, but this past year we really learned to rely on each other. And I think we were motivated and we were inspired by the work that we were each doing. And it became more and more important to have these meetings regularly and to just learn from each other and help us to move on and help the families in all of our communities. So for that, I've been really thankful, and it's certainly rewarding doing this, and let alone the friendships that we've developed over the years, whether it was in person back in the good old days or even on using Zoom meetings now. I think that we're much closer now. So, yep, that's it for me.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ellen. Absolutely. Debbie Lovelace, would you like to say a few words?
Hi, let's try that again. There we
Hello
go.
again, Debbie Lovelace.
Yes, I am the Indigenous co-chair with Rachel, but Rachel tends to do most of the work, which works for me. she's
In the Northeast.
she's a go-getter,
Yes.
and yeah, it seems to work out okay. I've been doing the CAPC job for 15 years. I actually, when I came out of college the first time, I worked in daycare for a couple of years, way back in the 1970s. Back when you thought if you lived to see 2000 and you were going to be old and almost ready to die. Well, now we're past the year 2000 and I'm still here. So it just seems so far away back then. So yeah, this year has been something totally, you get in a rut. Well, this got you out of your rut real fast.
Yeah.
And you had to use your brain to think outside the box, because it's so easy to get inside that box and just kind of, the calendars kind of look the same, but you throw the odd little special event in there. Well, this way they all had to be kind of different and you had to think about it. But like Yvette said, it's not nice not seeing them. It's not the same seeing people on Zoom as it is in person. We had babies that couldn't even crawl, and now they're running and playing and jumping. It's like, oh my God, where did the babies go? That's okay. We got a new batch coming. Yeah.
Thanks. How long have you been chairing the Northeast Zone? Can you pull that to mind, or has it just been
Almost
beyond
since I came on the coordinating committee?
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Almost everything came at once.
Right. Right. Well, thank you so much for all you do.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for everything you do. And Rachel for picking up my slack.
You're a good team, the two of you. So we'll move on now to our East Zone. I've got Dawn first on my screen.
Hi, my name is Dawn Wansborough, and I'm a registered dietitian. I'm the chair of the East Zone along with Maureen Hampton, and I coordinate a CPNP project in the Kingston area. I've been doing this position or working for that CPNP project for just over 11 years now, and I think I've been the zone chair for about 5 years.
Right, long-term commitment in so many of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Was there anything else you wanted to say?
No, I just, I decided to become the zone chair because I just appreciate the connection with others that are doing, the work, similar work that that I'm doing. It definitely has made my job so much easier.
Thank you, Dawn. Maureen, hello, Maureen.
Hi, so my name is Maureen Hampton, and I co-chair the East Zone with Dawn, as she just said. I work for an organization called Connections, and we're just outside of Ottawa in Lanark County area. I have worked here for 20 years in both CPNP and CAPC. Right now, I coordinate the birth companion program, and I'm also a community home support worker. And I have been involved with different kinds of committees with CAPC, CPNP for the whole 20 years. I have just recently joined Dawn as co-chair, but I believe Dawn took over from me from 5 years ago, so we swapped again. But excuse me, I've been on the coordinating committee for 2 terms or 3 terms, I believe, and I was chair of the job shadow program for a couple of years. I've been on the conference committee. I co-chaired, I believe I co-chaired the conference planning. Yeah, and I've always enjoyed this piece of my job. I've seeked out these kind of things because I like to connect with other people and learn what they do. And I get inspired by that. As well as Ellen, I was at the mental health training in Halifax. And I've done training, a lot of training through Job Shadow with Breaking the Cycle in Toronto. And yeah, I think the zone meetings are great and have been a big, rallying to keep it going when at times it slowed down. So yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for people and a great way to connect.
Oh, thank you so much, Maureen. And again, thank you all for coming to and introducing yourselves. And again, I'm struck by the commitment both to your work in the community and to the network. So what we are going to do now is, and we're going to cross our fingers and send a little prayer up to the tech gods. But the goal is to give you probably about maybe 15 minutes together, just a brief chat in your separate zones. So I'm going to invite Caitlin to come on and say hello. I just want to check in with you, Caitlin. How are you doing?
Hi.
Hey,
Good.
Caitlin, how are you feeling? Are you feeling ready to send everybody off into their rooms, or is there
I'm
anything that you need?
Feeling ready. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6 people who don't have their zone in front of their names, so we might have to help them
Okay.
sort it out after I send everybody
Sure.
else, but
That sounds good.
we are good to go. So whenever you give me the go ahead, we are
Okay.
good.
Well, we will do that. And your zone chairs will be with you. So they will help guide the conversation. Have a good chat, and we'll see you back here in about 15 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Caitlin, we're ready for go.
Sending now, hopefully. It looks like it's working, so
Looks like people are going places.
yes.
You should be seeing a pop-up that you're being invited to a breakout room. So please say yes. And if you
Arlene
don't
Williams in Northwest asked for help.
okay.
How do it just comes up
Arlene
that they
Williams?
asked for help. I don't know how I.
There's no option to say yes or.
No, it just says I
Okay.
can join her breakout room or click later.
Well, if you want to do that, then you can come back, I think.
Maybe I'll sort everyone else out
Sure,
first
yeah,
because there's quite a
absolutely.
few here who don't have an assigned one.
Okay, so let's check in with people. I think that's Ann Hudson. Here, let people unmute themselves.
Okay.
I think people can unmute themselves and they can start their video.